Today in our homegrown home, we're growing food from scraps. This one is jam-packed, you might want to grab a pen.
Hi, I'm Michelle and welcome to my homegrown home.
We wanted to see how much food we can grow from scraps, and all it took was just a little bit of work. Potatoes are a great place to start. We used the potatoes in the back of the pantry that have started to sprout. Our video on how to prepare vegetable beds for planting will show you exactly what you need to do to prepare your soil. After finishing preparing our soil, we created rows. And then carefully placed the seed potatoes into the rows and covered them with soil. We will do all this again in autumn, so we have a lovely harvest of potatoes in springtime. We finished off by giving them a good watering. Given a little bit of time, a handful of seed potatoes will turn into a few bags of potatoes. That's amazing. Another easy one to grow is garlic. We started by crushing the garlic bulb and separating the cloves, removing all the small ones. When planting garlic, a good rule of thumb is to plant them a thumb length deep and a hand width apart. When planting, make sure the sharp peak is at the top and the base at the bottom. I usually spread the garlic out on the ground first to make sure that my spacing is okay. Using a spade, dig a little hole and plant the garlic. And just like with the potatoes, when we're done planting, we give them a good watering. It's wonderful to know that all this garlic was grown from only 2 little bulbs. So many meals in our house starts by chopping an onion, and we've been using these scraps to grow more. All you need to do is cut about a thumb width at the root side of the onion. Then peel away the dry outer layers of the onion, as these tend to rot in the water. Then place this piece of cut onion root side down in a translucent glass container to allow as much light as possible, and add a little bit of water to the bottom. In a few short days you'll see new growth, and shortly after that you'll see roots starting to grow. Once you have enough strong root growth, you can take these outside and plant them out into your prepared vegetable beds. We used the same method to also grow leeks. Digging a small hole, planting the onion and carefully covering the roots with soil. These onions grown from scraps will grow mature, ready for harvest. If you love spring onions, you will love how easy it is to grow spring onions from scraps. When cutting the spring onions, cut about 1 inch above the roots, then pop them in a translucent glass jar filled with a little bit of water, and they will start to grow almost immediately. You can cut and use the new growth straight away or plant it out in a container filled with compost. We used the same method with celery by cutting it off down at the base, and we did the same with lettuce. Who knew you could grow so much food from scraps? It's hard to believe that this massive lettuce head grew from a tiny scrap. Despite the name, sweet potatoes are not related to potatoes, and they need a slightly different approach. You first have to create sweet potato slips, and to create sweet potato slips you have to place a sweet potato with its bottom side into a jar filled halfway with water. You will see new shoots of roots coming out of the sweet potato, followed by beautiful leaves. When you have enough strong root growth and leaves, you simply pinch these off the mother sweet potato. You can keep these in a container filled with water, or you can plant them straight into the soil, making sure to water them well. I think sweet potatoes are beautiful plants. I love their sweet heart-shaped leaves. It's easy to revive a shrub parsley plant that's past its prime. All we did was remove all the dead stems and leaves. We then cut the old growth about 1 inch above the soil. Then, giving the plant a little drink of water, we covered it with a plastic Ziploc bag and sealed it with an elastic to create a makeshift greenhouse. It only took a few short weeks for it to look like a brand new plant. We also grew some strawberries and ginger from scratch, and to see how we did that you can go over to our website at homegrownhome.net. 10 different things that you can grow from your scraps. That's all from us today. For more on Homegrown Home, find us on Facebook, Instagram, homegrownhome.net, and you can also find us in our little store on Etsy, Homegrown Home. Thanks for stopping by. We'll see you again soon at our Homegrown Home.